It is now, it's 2:59. I should probably wait a minute then. Yeah, stop that. Sorry about that. I thought it was after 3 already. It is now 3 p.m. I call the regular meeting of the Balcones Heights Economic Development Corporation to order. We have 4 members present. A quorum is seated. We may conduct business. City Secretary, has anyone signed up to address the board? Okay, having nobody signed up to speak, we'll begin presentations. Community Development Update by Nicholas Abarque.
Okay, great. Good evening, board members. Missing a few people. Okay, so quickly to run through the updates here, I neglected to include the Scooters project, our last meeting here. We have Scooters Coffee coming into 4443 Fredericksburg Road. They're about halfway through the project, requesting MEP inspections right now. If you go drive by, framing's all up. It looks good. They're having a bit of trouble with utilities right now. So SAWS, CPS is giving them a little pushback, but the project should be completed within the next 2 months here. New certificate of occupancies. I think going forward, we're going to see a lot of 7001 West IH10 be a part of this just because the complex is brand new, right? So with the request of including sales tax, if it's included or not, Yellow Bank Coffee is new. They will be generating sales tax revenue. EventGal will not be generating sales tax revenue. LG Mechanical LLC not generating sales tax revenue. Rapid Signs LLC will be generating sales tax revenue. Davila Electric generating sales tax revenue. First Unitarian Universalist Church, a C of O for a renovated space. They're not generating any sales tax revenue. It's a pre-existing church, just, overall renovations to the project. Are there any questions on commercial properties or residential properties that are vacant? They're all relatively the same from last year or last month, I'm sorry. There's not really much updates. I can ask and answer any questions. Y'all have any?
Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
Nick, are all of the properties that are vacant on our website being advertised for sale, for lease?
I have not checked recently. I sent the list over to Roy, or if you want to answer.
We need to update that, make sure they're all on there.
Yes, sir. I'm working on that right now as I'm transitioning into that role.
Good.
We do have a compiled list of all the properties, though. We are working on it, though. Yeah.
But on the website, yeah.
Yeah. We're going to make sure that.
Right, and if we got.
Is there a separate EDC website?
Just if, on our city website.
It is on the city website.
Okay.
Yeah.
All of them?
Not updated. There
Okay.
is a tab for
right.
available properties. It's just not updated yet.
Okay,
But I'll
and
get
Roy's
that list
taking
over to
care of
Roy
that.
and we'll start working on it. I do want to highlight one property here, Norma's 4219 Fredericksburg Road. They have finally put it up for sale. There is a for sale sign listed on the property. This is zone MXT. Code Compliance has been in contact with the realtor, who seems to be a little more wanting to push the issue of getting the property sold, getting the property into compliance, make it much more presentable. So hopefully we don't see as many issues from that property, and it looks much better going forward. But I know that's been an eyesore for quite some time, and it will be addressed much quicker now.
Excuse me, Mr. Chairman. Do we know the sale price?
I do not know the sale price now. I think once we start getting the website updated, we're going to start including the LoopNet
Yeah,
links
that'd be good.
just to see the commercial sales prices there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any additional questions with commercial or residential properties? Okay, fantastic. So capital improvement projects, Crestview Phase 3, there's been no changes. We're still at a 15% completion of design. We did have an update with expected start of construction in Q1 2026. So I don't want to give a very firm date, but we're looking, second, third month of 2026 to start that project. Hillcrest Road reconstruction, still in design phase, 60% complete. SAWS is still reviewing the proposed infrastructure. They are known to be taking their time with their reviews, so it's likely that it'll still be in review next month, but it is looking for a let date of 2027 fiscal year there. So we're about a year out from starting anything.
So on that project, Nick, I was a little confused as to why they left the streets unfinished. You know, some of it where they cut into it and they left caliche and everything on it.
Crestview or Hillcrest?
On
Crestview. Yeah, Crestview. So they left those undone because it's part of Crestview 3. The utilities probably should have done a better job about repatching those. So I'm not sure where the miscommunication happened over the summer and why those street cuts weren't addressed properly, but it is part of the plans.
Can address now,
Yes,
correct that?
yes,
They're gonna cover them,
yes.
do something.
Well, we haven't spoken to CPS about covering their mistakes. We'll get with the city engineer to see what they can do.
We've had some rumblings from neighbors that, you know, it's lost, it's got depth in it.
Yeah, yes.
Hitting their cars and, you know, when they go over it.
Yeah, we'll talk to
Okay.
just the city engineer, see what we can do to address it. To be transparent, I'm not sure how much they're going to do just because we're going to tear up the road in the next couple months. And, but we'll have the conversation just to see what we can get done here.
Temporary there.
Yeah.
Not too costly, just to get it, repaired.
Yes, sir. Miscellaneous projects here, EPA Brownsfields assessment grant. We're still in that site inventory review stages. They are still doing their internal review of the sites that they've assessed. I believe that there's a compiled list of about 40 to 45 properties that they believe would be good for the Brownsfields assessment grant. We're trying to get Maria up to speed here for the Brownsfield. So once everybody's kind of identified in the organizational chart, we'll receive that list and be able to kind of identify what the city feels is most pressing for that grant here. The residential rental property inspection program, I highlighted a little bit last meeting. We're trying to do an overhaul with the code enforcement side of it. There's only so much we can do to enforce, certificate of occupancies within these multifamilies or these businesses. If you have one owner, they're going to come in, once, and if they stay there for 10 years, we don't know what's going to happen within those 10 years. That residential rental property inspection program, yearly inspections, so we're trying to make sure that's a little more strict. We're holding all these multifamily apartments to a much higher standard. That way we can make sure that all these are at a much higher living standard. Any questions?
Nick, I do have one question on the EPA Brownfields assessment grant.
Yes.
Are any of the potential properties inside what we're envisioning to be the future TERS?
So I did give a hint that we're looking at TERS properties specifically. So without identifying the specific properties,
right.
when the TERS, yeah, they're aware that I gave them a preliminary boundary of what we're going to look for the TERS, and they're identifying sites within that.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions? Okay, well, thank you, Nick.
Thank you.
Let's move to the consent agenda items. We have the regular minutes, should be in our packet. And take a minute to review those. And then we should have the budget as well. So any questions about either the minutes from September 11th or the most recent finance report? Yes.
September 11th. They can just make a correction to spelling under consent agenda. You go by motion by officio, director, and then put name the role. That should be. Just make it.
Oh, we approving both the minutes from the 11th and from the 1st. I see October 1st is in here as well. I'll entertain a motion from,
A motion to approve.
is there a second? All those in favor? Aye.
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 All those opposed? Any-
Aye.
All those, in the opinion of the chair, the ayes have it. Um, Moving on here. See.
That was the agenda item and the finance report.
Yes, both
Okay.
from the 11th and 1st and monthly finance report.
Correct.
Did we, there was, on the agenda posted, the first item was the WODA updates from the mall, but
Yeah, Jacob, I think, Mr. Chairman.
Yeah, I think there was another item, wasn't there, Roy, ahead of this? Which is the update, the monthly updates from, or did we move them to some other spot?
They're not on here.
Yes, sir. You're correct. This is we're missing that information. Would you want me to get you the?
Yeah, it's when I looked at it online, it's basically Sid's presentation and Denise's presentation for WODA.
Yes, I double checked and it is online that way, and it's how it's posted
Right.
outside.
That's what I'm saying. Let's just move that to number one so that Sid and we can get that monthly report. If that's all right with you, Sid. Your monthly report, that'd be all right if we moved you up? Oh, okay. Do you want to just put it off for executive? All right, we can, if without any objection, we'll just move Sid to that. Let's move on then to the original discussion, possible action, WODA marketing and operations insights. Jeremy? Yeah, wherever you want.
Okay, yeah, so I just wanted to update the board and community on, I paid a visit and also clarify the record. You're right, Sid. Victoria is spectacular. She's in charge of marketing at WODA and had a wonderful lunch and discussion with her. And oh, I didn't even see you. She's right there. The podium is in the way. I didn't even see you over there. But yeah, so I wanted to clarify that because at the last meeting, I had questions about, how was that being operated and whatnot. It was mostly just my unawareness of how that was being handled. So we discussed some of the issues and mentioned some of that to the mayor that pertained to the city, more broadly. Some of that included the mall is dealing with some issues with just vagrancy, folks coming into the mall using the restrooms, and just the mess that can be left behind on that. And so, if there's any potential for the city to provide support as far as either security or whatever else that could pertain to, it's not my position to guess on that, but it is a challenge for them to deal with. And as a business owner in Balcones Heights, it's a challenge for me to deal with. So definitely something I would like to have further discussions, because this is the economic development, area, and something that affects the businesses in this area are the folks that can, damage properties or, leave messes, things like that. It's been an ongoing thing. And then something else that was highlighted is just, as a board, how we can, have conversations around supporting or updating some areas of the mall. Of course, we're talking about a broader plan, but some basic things like the fountains and things like that that could be an attraction, and when they're not maintained, become kind of an eyesore. I think that fountain out in the front, when it's working, is a great centerpiece, but when it's not, it looks rough. And I have no idea what the cost would be or how that would be funded. Just wanted to illuminate, some of my observations of visiting, and definitely. I'm just going to go on to number 2, which is the discussion about the movie theater. We've seen a lot of folks interested in the idea of offering movies. I was just perusing the agreement with Santikos, which I think we would have to discuss in executive session because there's a contract between the managing partner and Santikos. So I don't know that we can discuss that here. But either way, even if it's just free movies, I think there's an opportunity. Victoria expressed that they did some things like that and they worked really well. And I think that could be a partnership between the city and the mall to offer community events. Even the contract explicitly states we can have, children's events, things like that. Be a great way to drive some traffic in there. Just need to figure out the logistics of how that could happen. There are no more seats in the theater, so those are all clear. We got to tour it, and they removed the screen when that contract was vacated. So there would be some investment in order to make that happen. Other than that, the third item, Wonder Theater, got to meet the director over there. Fantastic person who's doing a lot to bring people into the space. And I think there's an opportunity for the city to partner there as well to help at least promote and market events that are happening in Wonder Theater and just broadly at WOTA. The things that are happening in that mall directly benefit the city. So I think in terms of being a good partner in that, we could maybe include it in the newsletter or whatnot. So that's basically it. Just wanted to clear the record on that after my visit and just say that there were some really great things happening.
Well, thank you for that, Jeremy. I know the mayor's worked very closely with the folks over at Wonder, and in fact, and I don't know to what extent, Mayor, you can add on that as well, because that relationship goes back quite a ways.
So we have been in touch with him consistently. And Maria and I have a meeting set up next week. And I think Roger, to start getting the ball rolling on putting some funds towards their way from the hotel motel tax fund. See what we can strategize on a creative idea to build some collaboration there. Mm-hmm. So we're right along with you. Yeah. We're on the same train.
Good. Well,
Great job, Jeremy.
Yeah, thank you, Jeremy, for that. And then let's see here. Do we have agreed to? I did want to place a marker here as well. Sid brought with last meeting his budget for 2026, and I don't know if folks came prepared with either questions or maybe there's just some anything at all. I just wanted to put a marker in there to say, Sid has already delivered there was it'll be addressed, I think, at the capital issue. So maybe we'll just table it for executive and we'll talk about it at that time, I think. Okay. So we can move that as part of that general discussion. And let us see here. Yes. Should be. Yeah.
Did I understand you right that you want to table the review and discussion about the budget?
We'll just include it as part of the executive session.
That'll be fine.
Because
Thank-
there's some modifications, I believe, to the one that was submitted at the last meeting.
Thank you,
Mhm.
sir.
All right, very good. I think now pursuant to Texas Government Code, Section 551.071, consultation with attorney to deliberate and where's that language? I put in here. It is now 3:21. We move into executive session. The recording secretary will pause the recording. It is now 4:19 p.m. And we are back in open session. There are no items to deal with right now, so we will move on to any announcements, comments, and requests, either from the executive director, future agenda items, or announcements from board members or staff.
Just one, Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
One, just everybody on, was it Saturday? Hispanic Trails? Sunday, Hispanic Trails. If you get to go to the mall, it's going to be a big event right there where the Jazz Fest usually is. And it's cultures from all over South America. Dance sequences, music, food. I mean, it's big. There'll be some ambassadors there. If you'd like to come, there'll be a VIP area there at 12 o'clock. I'm going to open up the annex office for the performers to use for the restroom and in case they need something, dress changes, whatever. But there'll be a VIP section right by the Wonder Theater, and you'll have an opportunity to engage with ambassadors from Peru, Honduras, San Salvador. There'll be a bunch of officials out there. And it's a wonderful, wonderful event. I mean, everything you can think of, every kind of dance, culture that they have, they present it. And they are on stage dancing. And so it's really nice. Try to make it if you can. Bring your family. Yeah, noon, 2 o'clock on up, but noon is when the VIP, right, Jack? Noonish? Let me look. Yeah, I'm gonna get there at 12. That's right. Yeah, there's gonna be a couple of generals there. That's it. That's all I have. And then, thank you, Mr. Chairman.
I did want to, there was made a request to have a special meeting on the 28th, but it turns out that many of the folks will be traveling to TML on that day. I would just try for the 27th. Is that okay? I mean, but can we do it maybe before? Let's just do a clean sweep that day. It is going to be a special agenda, just quite frankly. Okay. We'll table that. We'll look for some dates, maybe in early
We have a board of
November.
adjustments and a city council meeting that day.
Okay, sounds good. And we will move forward with looking at if we can get a quorum together in that November.
What will it be for, Mr. Chairman?
See how we've progressed on the agreement.
Okay,
Because of the timeline that we've mentioned before, we want to try to have that all ironed out around that time.
okay, sir.
And, all right, very good. So, let's see here. Is there a motion to adjourn?
I'll motion.
Is there a second? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? This meeting is adjourned. It is now 4:23 PM.